Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I'm Captain Nips, and today we take a break from the war-torn battlefields of the future. We're still playing BattleTech. We're still playing the backer beta, make no mistake. But
Welcome, Commander.
Today we're going to go exploring. I've said on a couple of occasions now that I believe it's the stacks, that the map looks small and it looks very constrained in terms of where you can fight. But having panned the camera around from our starting position, found a vast land that we generally don't play in. So today, I'm going to go exploring. This is going to be a little bit different from usual because, if the fight, the fight is whatever. I don't, if we get in a fight, that's great. If we never get into a fight, I'd be surprised because the enemy AI is going to still hunt for me one way or another. But I'm more interested in finding out what is in this vast expanse of land that apparently 4 Jenners cannot fit in together to go explore. I was really hoping to just take a Lance of Jenners. Panther. See, ideally, when you're exploring a map and you have literally no idea what it is out there, you want mechs that are fast, check. Have jump jets, check. So, for the most part, we've got that. The Panther's not the fastest thing in the world, but we'll make do with it. And we're going to take some pilots with Angel of Death, so we can get some extra jump movement in case it matters. We're going to grab Paradise, because why not? And sure, why not? Sure. Let's see. I think for the enemy team, we will just, for quote-unquote light lance, this is remarkably heavy. What else you got? All right, well, recon, sure, make him take that. So we're on the stacks, and let's rainy day, and let's just play. We're gonna turn this whole world around.
Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
And we're gonna find out if there's anything behind us in that starting position. And then if there's time, and we haven't been blown to pieces by the enemy team, if there's anything beyond our normal engagement locations that would be of interest to us.
Command interface initiated.
So here we are. We're on the stacks.
Lovely landscape here. Simply lovely.
Yes, of course. So, as I mentioned before, we're on the stacks. You got on the left side, you've got this monster hill, which we may send a guy up that way, just kind of poke around. And you've got the engagement area in the middle that we have tended to fight over. It's broken rocky terrain, some scattered woods. Off on the right, you've got this river, again with the broken rocky terrain, and then a massive cliff on the right side. So much so it screws up the camera if you're trying to pan over it in places. And then back here, you have the end of the engagement zone where the enemy team is spawning somewhere around there. But here's the thing, as shown before. You pan this camera around. Look at all that fog of war. Look at all that fog of war. Where does it end? So let's go looking. A ways back there. Let's go exploring.
Yeah.
So we're going to spread out. I'm going to do the sorts of things that are actually a bad idea to do, generally speaking, if you're playing, quote, for real.
Skipper.
Things like spreading out. Things like leaving my back exposed to the enemy team. I just kind of want to get a view of this terrain back here and see, is there anything worth fighting over? If we were to play this and have a strategy of, all right, we're going to just pull back to a position that's away from where we would normally fight, what kinds of things are we looking at? So let's start on the right. So over here, got up the big hill, looks like, which has got some serious crevices. It's got some gorges and gouges. For instance, here's one. Kind of a low area surrounded by cliffs as it works its way up the hill on the one side.
Good to go.
And showboat over here on this side. We're going to head towards
Don't need to tell me twice.
the rocky cliffs. And I'm guessing, yeah, so we got the river, kind of meanders through here. And then heading up this way is more of those giant mountains.
You have orders? Certainly.
Looks like we've got some little islands, some kind of broken scrubland, some rocks, a little bit of, probably not a lot of blocking terrain. Got some trees, so you could get some cover if you came back this way.
Ready to rock.
And our poor little panther. Probably should have grabbed a locust just for speed purposes, but it's fine. Get into this nice kind of shallow foothills area over here with what looks like increasingly craggy cliffs as you move up into the terrain.
Yep.
So Blockade, we're going to send you over this way. We're going to send you right up along the line.
Confirmed.
Because the other thing that's interesting to me is to kind of just see what do the land masses look like at the very edge. And you can tell we're in a beta because out past what I believe is the allowable edge of the engagement area, the terrain gets a little wonky. You know, clearly a case of where they did the mapping for the important stuff, and then for the stuff that's not important, let's just take a quick stab at making it not look like an empty, vast void and move on. And I appreciate that. Saving yourselves work. It's very important.
Waiting on you, Commander.
All the way over here. We're going to try and make our way up this hill? I think we should try and make our way up this hill. Let's see where we can get to. We can
You betcha.
work our way up this crevasse. Lone trees hanging out. It's the rainy season. You may have to watch out for floods.
Reporting.
Down in here, let's keep checking out this lake
Be there in a jet.
and its surrounding environs. So you've got the mountains over here, the lake, which looks like that might be deep water. Yeah, so right around this edge, and then it looks like basically the entirety of this part of the river looks like deep water. And then off on Paradise's right, you've got some rolling hills. You've got a gorge right here. Lots of trees. Trees are good.
Yup.
Alright. Let's take our panther up into the foothills. Yep, just kind of some rocky foothills. I'll be curious to know when the enemy team actually figures out what I'm doing. Given that I'm making basically a beeline away from their starting location. Alright, so just out of curiosity, I'm going to turn the camera around. So if we wanted to head back upfield, as it were, we've got the kind of the mountainous, hilly terrain. It looks like we probably could just run along the mountain here, possibly up until, I don't know. We could get quite a ways back along the far edge here of the map, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to continue climbing. And climbing we are. Look at that. Look at that move. Go around the peaks. It's beautiful peaks right here. Our Jen are hustling. Hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Waiting for orders.
Showboat. It's probably going to get more tricky. Let's see. So we can go up this way. Or we can try and make our way... Ooh, we can make our way up this very narrow valley. Probably make it all the way up into here on our next turn. So let's just back out and take a look at where we stand there. See, we spawned down here, and we have climbed all the way up into the mountains here. This is what we call spreading the team too thin.
What's the plan?
Meanwhile, down by the river, no vans included. Paradise is going to keep trolling this place. So, we've got the water. And, yeah, so deep water looks like it stays deep pretty much all the way to where he is located currently.
Confirmed.
And our panther friend start climbing them hills. Gonna be a little bit longer before we get any real new looks at things here. Looks like once you get up into the foothills, it maybe levels off a bit, gets into a bit of rolling hill territory. Alright, back on west edge climb situation. We have almost made it to the far back corner of the engagement area. And it looks like we could keep walking if we wanted to. Keep hustling. But we've more or less hit the top of the mountain range over here. And that kind of continues on. So that's that edge of the map. Pretty rocky. There's some gorges and valleys that we could probably fight over. There's plenty of forested terrain for cover.
I hear ya.
Certainly. So what about this side? Alright, so yeah, if we stay up this gorge, we can then take a turn, and we can actually get into the forest here on this side of the mountain. Or we could continue up the mountain. Because why not? Why not keep climbing?
You have orders?
Alright, so I'm curious. Alright, so definitely deep water because it is not letting me, and has not let me for a while now, put a movement position into the water in any real meaningful way. And I'm guessing if I flip to jump, yeah, the same applies. I could easily just based on these ranges here seem to be able to get out to about here, but the game, in its infinite wisdom, which I appreciate, is preventing me from jumping out into what I presume is probably, I don't know if you could glitch it or somehow, but I'm guessing it would just kill my mech. So let's not do that. Let's continue on the lakefront here. Oh, but we have to be careful because we're about to hit the edge of the engagement area. In fact, that is as close to the edge of the engagement area as I think you could get. Also, our wonderful terrain seams that disappear into the fog.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Alright, on the other side here, Panther's still climbing.
Copy that, Commander.
Yeah, rocky terrain. Good. This looks like a great place to line up a firing line if it weren't 700,000 miles from the engagement. Like, seriously, I mean, this would be a wonderful location if we ever get artillery that we have control over on map. Like, set yourself up here. You have the entire vast expanse of valley below that you could just rain artillery shells on. Now, artillery is in the game files. It's not on any equipment we currently have.
Standing by.
For obvious reasons. Because
Position confirmed.
artillery-equipped mechs are an exceptional rarity due to construction rules. So, for the most part, they are equipped to vehicles.
What can I do for ya?
And we don't have vehicles right now. Alright, so we're going to head... I think we're going to head down this hill, which is going to put us on the opposite side of this big, imposing river. I'm just curious to see how far out into the corner here we can really push. This is not... I'm not going to suggest that this is any sort of piece of terrain that you'd actually want to fight over, because just looking at it, it's real craggy, it's real broken. It's got some trees for cover, sure, but you'd have to bring jump jets back in here, and in all likelihood, if you're fighting the AI is just going to freak out and forget how to fight. That's no fun.
How might I help?
Alright, so Paradise has hit the engagement wall, so let's just take a little walking tour up this way.
Have no
So we've got
doubt
this
it
nice
will
shallow
be done.
hill with a bunch of trees on it, and then you've got a rocky gorge right here, cliff on one side, smaller cliff on the other.
Skipper,
Panther's gonna... Where's our fourth guy? There he is. He's way up on the mountain. So we're gonna head this way-ish.
I'm there.
I think with the exception of Showboat, who's on the wrong side of the river, we're going to reconvene somewhere down in here as we finish taking a look at the back 40 of the stacks. Reconvene our lance and engage, breaking our truce and our vacation from combat. Engage in the fine art of blowing up the enemy mechs.
Roger.
So we've got some trees, got a nice downhill slope, got that hellacious wall of fog there. Whoo boy. That's one way to
Waiting for orders.
cut off a line of sight to something that a developer doesn't want you to see. Just fog up the place. I approve.
Moving out.
Next turn we'll take a jump to see if we can get up onto some of this terrain here.
Reporting.
Paradise on the other hand. So, as I said, you can't really path down into this gorge from up here. You can path around it. And likewise, you have to path around this little bit of broken cliff wall here. Still lots of trees. So let's head up in the direction of our friendlies here.
Yes, Commander.
So it looks like, aside from a vast, wild expanse of trees and shrubbery, shallow foothills and rocky mountains, peaks and valleys, there ain't much back here. No real interesting, like, hidden cities. No secret military bases. No castles, Brian. At least none that I can see. Oh, hey.
What are your orders,
Should probably
Skipper?
finish my turn.
I got you.
So yeah. That's the back 40 of the stacks. I'm actually a little curious as to why the devs didn't put your starting position further back. I mean, I get why, like, making this area up here the focal point of the fights is this is the most interesting textured area of the map in terms of cover and broken lines of sight and, you know, those sorts of considerations. But I'm surprised then that they didn't just cut off the map, like, right about here, say, like along this line, you know, a little bit behind our own spawn, similar to what the enemy spawn has going on. Hey, Blockade. You found the corner. Let's head on down.
Copy that.
And
I hear ya.
so Showboat, can we get up? Yep, totally can get up on it. Oh, in fact, we could leave the engagement area. Now, I've not left the engagement area in any game I've played, so I'm curious what happens. You know what? Let's conduct some science. Let's finish our turn. Get everybody grouped up here. Let's just take in the view, guys. Get up on this hill. Take in the view. Look at that beautiful expanse that we're fighting over. Check in on our intrepid reporter on top of the hill, out of bounds. Curiously enough, nothing happened. Alright, so let's start making our way back to where the fight's going to come from.
Got it.
At this point, I would hazard that the enemy team has found me. Or I have found them. Look at that. Look at that hustle. Good for them. Alright.
Good to go.
I think I don't want to leave Showboat up here. Just in case this out of bounds. Oh. Okay, so it really, really is like, this might be a suggestion, but this is absolutely a requirement because there are no mapped, plotted position locations over there. That's fine. That seems perfectly reasonable to me. Here is the map. Here is where we have defined points to allow our mechs to move, and the rest of this is just pretty so that it doesn't look like an empty void. I'm down with it. I wonder, can we take a run? Where can we run to? This rainy. Okay, so you got a little bit of gorge here, and we can run. It looks like we run all the way down to here, but then you've got this cliffside, and you run out of map on this way. So let's head on down this way. And get back to our team here.
Reporting.
Let's see if we can get these guys under cover since we're going to start an actual fight over here. Ozone. I'm going to have him move a little bit to his right. See if we can't get lines of sight on things, because then I want him to stand there and bulwark and fire his
You
PPC.
got it.
And we're in it. Oh, that's cute. They gave one of the
Well,
medium
what do
mechs
we have here?
tactician pilot. Let's see. Let's move Showboat
What can I do
since
for ya?
she is unimportant to the results of this engagement. Let's get her down off this cliff. Seems good. That's right. Jumping doesn't just take your whole turn. What do we got? Commando, that was probably on a sprint. Yep, that was on a sprint.
Yep.
So now that he's here, he's spotting my team, which means I'm going to start taking all of the indirect fire from those griffins. So there's no reason not to just kind of back off a little bit and start shooting at this, yes, evading commando.
On my way. Eat this.
Can't dodge all of it. Some good hits.
Looks like we have guests.
Took a sprint.
How might I help? Consider it done. Locking on target.
Couple of lasers and a missile. Alright, it's good.
Ready to rock.
Yeah, that seems good.
I'm
Just want to
on
be just at the edge of short range, optimal range. Those numbers aren't great to hit, but that's fine.
firing.
We're just going to win through spraying, although his entire salvo was dodged.
That news
Good on
here.
you, Commando. Good on you. Well, that's unpleasant. That's a great way to start receiving enemy
Turtle
fire.
damage.
Alright. We're going to leave Showboat for last this time. I am curious.
Waiting on
First
you,
of all,
Commander.
he's not close enough.
Standing by.
You have orders?
Paradise has got evasion, which means we won't blockade. Can I get into a melee move here? So we can go back there, we can go here, we can go here. I'm going to go here. Better respect my selection or I'll be very upset. I know I'm giving up some damage, but I'm curious that... I'm not curious. If you land a melee hit, which that did not land, it removes evasion from the target. I was hoping to remove evasion there. Trying some new things out. Oh, Shadowhawk, great. It's all good. Alright. We want to get Paradise moving. And in a way that gets him out of line of sight. Keeps him out of line of sight of that Shadowhawk. There we go. Well, we didn't break its evasion, but at the very least we can continue to rain fire on this commando. There we go. Take off one of its launchers. You're really gonna turn around and kick me? Punch me? Melee me? Wow, that is just...
Losing lots of armor.
That's just mean.
I hear ya.
Alright. Ozone, I don't... Oh. Obstructions stink. We're 75 to hit, though. I'll take our 75% chance to hit. It's against the rear side of the commando,
I'm on him.
which actually probably has more armor than the front at this point. But, not enough. It's too bad that right side is already stripped out. Hey, it's a locust. Wonder which one that is. If it's one of... Oh, actually should be able to look at it. That looks like my custom build. Tooling around with a bunch of lasers. That's pretty dangerous. Alright, so Showboat. You're way out here. Let's keep moving. Let's move back upfield. It's probably gonna... If I wanted to get her back in the engagement, is probably... I wonder, actually, if I could get down to here or here, if she, with her Angel of Death, has enough jump movement to clear the river here. Also, there is their Griffin. Alright.
Yeah.
So, what do we got going on here?
What can I do for you?
Blockade. Blockade's who we want. Actually, you know what? We don't really need to do anything but get to cover, because this commando's no longer safe via evasion or the like, so let's just
Copy that.
wheel around the corner and apply lasers to target. There we go. Take away that medium laser. Just gotta worry with the biggest launcher on the mech. Autocannon. Oof. Landing some hits. A little bit of critical damage. Alright, Ozone. And no what? Paradise.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Paradise needs to move. When in doubt, move the guy that needs to move and leave the guy that can just stand still. Alright, I got... Oh, shutdown warning is what I got. Let's see, 40 damage or 25 damage. They're reasonably close in terms to hit. I don't want to overheat this turn.
Good to go.
Would have been nice if you had hit with any of that. I guess you hit with a couple of missiles. And now he's in cover. Alright.
I hear ya.
Ozone. Up on the hill here. You don't need to move. Be nice if you could torso twist and fire on this guy, though. Let's fire on the Shadowhawk. Let's start whittling away at its armor, since it's going to take a bit. Nice. 50 points, center of mass is a good place to start. Oh, and Locust is going to round the corner and laser the hell out of me.
Watch the sides! Watch the sides!
Oh, good. Shot at Paradise. I need to kill this thing, because that little bug is exceptionally dangerous. Alright. Where do we want to try and start this jump? Let's start it. This looks like about as good as I can hope for. I mean, if nothing else, I'll just jump up creek. Because I'm not going to be able to walk over, I don't think, this little bit of ridge here. Hunker down. Back on Candy Mountain here. Blockade's getting beat
Under
up.
heavy fire here.
Yeah, I'm aware. Alright, so. On the plus side, Blockade. Let's just wheel around to here.
Position confirmed.
Good. Takes out a few lasers. Crunch. Camera's trying to figure itself out. That's cool. Fire at Ozone. He's got bulwark.
Waiting for orders.
Not yet. Paradise. Let's keep you moving. In fact, let's just kill this Locust right out. Oh, except I've got a heat issue. Shoot. Well, or do I? Well, let's get a target on. Yeah, shoot. Overplayed that. That did not do nearly enough damage. Probably should have just meleeed there. Interesting.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, so Ozone, I want to reposition. So I'm just going to reposition him to here. So he still has his
Roger that,
cover.
Commander.
His damage ablation. And just down to the PPC, run a little hot.
I got
Not
you.
terrible. Boom, right in the side torso. What is their Locust going to do? Their Locust is going to light me up from behind again. Firing on Paradise again, fortunately, so
That wasn't good.
get out of the worst of that.
Looking
All right.
for ya.
To infinity and beyond. Oh, baby! Just barely. Make it happen. Cavalry's coming in. There we go. I can't wait until we get spiders in this game. The spider mech, for those of you that are not familiar, it's a light mech, 30 tons, and it typically, in most of its stock configurations, comes with a bajillion jump jets.
Structure damage.
It's a scout mech. It has very few weapons, but it is very, very mobile. I would imagine. So let's see. A Jenner on tabletop terms was 696. Walk, run, jump. I think, if I'm recalling correctly, a spider is 9. Ooh, it would be 913, 914, and then 9 jump jets. So almost a third, or another 50% further, ish. I'm spitballing here. I don't know if I've got those numbers exactly right, but it's a lot of jump jets. Okay, but problem at hand. Problem at hand. We need to take care of some of this garbage, and now my Jenner doesn't have any guns. Let's not screw this up again. Let's go over
Awaiting orders.
Oh, Lord, I hate that.
Skipper.
Melee. That spot.
Yes, Commander. What are your orders, Skipper?
Melee. Fine. This location.
Roger.
Not gonna be able to take those hits forever, but keep it up. Keep it up, Ozone.
Waiting for orders.
Paradise. We're gonna do the same thing. Kinda hoping to tear off a leg.
Have no doubt.
Need to bleed
it
some
will be
heat.
done.
Okay. Got a knockdown. I don't know if we're going to be able to leverage it for anything, but causing some damage. Yeah, and it got back up anyway. So what's it going to do? Stand still and not fire its guns, which seems like not the correct decision to make, but, you know, I'm not one. I'm not one to decide or say otherwise. Alright, so, got plenty of heat. We got the missiles for it. 22 shots left for that SRM-4. We're not going to be around here in 22 more rounds.
I'm on him.
Oh, missing the PPC. Land a few missiles, but missing the PPC, that hurts. Here comes some more melee.
Being flanked.
Dodge it. Oh, wait. I meleeed. Can't dodge when I melee. Oh, that's unfortunate and ill-timed.
We lost one of ours.
Yeah, I'm aware. Alright, Showboat, I need you to hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Alright, so... Alright, I can go down and around, or I can go up and around. I know if I try and cut through here, I'm not going to be able to run, so I'll have to jump off this cliff when I get to it.
Affirmative.
But let's see if her presence back here throws enough of a monkey wrench into the AI's thinking for him to maybe turn around on my team. Not sure what this guy's thinking here. Oh, he's thinking I'm just going to ruin your mech. Yep.
Stabilizers failed. I'm falling. Ah, I'm hit.
Paradise down. Alright. Let's start with Blockade. Let's get him up off the ground.
I still don't understand why these things have legs.
Well, they have legs so that you can kick with them. So make that happen. Kick with the dead leg. Nice. Interesting. Backing up. Presumably to get a better line of fire on Ozone, maybe put it in a slightly better range bracket.
That shot got through my armor.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine compared to your squad mates. It's fine.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, so. Try to kill the commando now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's work this commando. Well, got a leg.
My heat gauge is getting pretty high.
And he goes in for melee. I'm surprised it wouldn't just take a shot with its weapons, but I mean, SRM-6 is nothing to sneeze at, especially when your target is this beat up.
Damn it, I've got an armor breach.
Dude, you got so much more than an armor breach at this point. Alright, so we can move and fire from here on a guarded position. We could death from above, which seems like the least attractive option right now. I think we want to try and keep moving along this cliff face while keeping a rear arc on this Shadowhawk and removing the armor from its backside with our guns. Hold up. We have inspiration.
We can do this! Let's go!
Yes, we can. Let's make it happen. Probably won't... Oh, missing on a 95. That's rough. Yeah, that stinks. Nah, we didn't need that torso. Wanna fall down? Nope, just become unsteady. Showboat, I want you to take another shot at this guy quickly before he gets a chance to do anything.
Firing everything I've got.
Another miss. Killing me on the misses. Oh, we got a crit on the AC-5 though, so that's good. Make him rethink his life's plans. Yep. Sorry, blockade. Just too much garbage going on here.
Orders?
Are there any cover down the hill? Nope. Alright, cover up the hill. Can we get out of the line of sight of that guy? Yes. Certainly can. We're a little bit split, which is not ideal, but... Overheat warning. Yeah, I think we just use the PPC for overwhelming damage. They're both same chance to hit.
Affirmative.
Yeah, there we go.
Enemy eliminated.
Alright. We're climbing uphill. Fighting uphill. This is what we get for taking a vacation into the back 40 of the stacks. Having to fight extra hard to make up lost ground.
Good to go.
Ooh, alright, so he didn't do anything of consequence.
Waiting for orders.
I think Ozone, or I think Showboat might actually be in a better position here. We move. If we keep on this guy's rear arc from across this ridge. Yeah, that's the thing I was afraid of. We were gonna run into heat issues. All right, so we're gonna overheat a little bit. Next turn, I will back off and skip. Oh, there we go. Showboat doing the work. She's definitely gonna get a turn off now. What's our little commando here gonna do? He's gonna plod into place and try a kick? No, he's just gonna plod in place and stand there. Huh. Alright. So what's he look like? He's pretty beat up from behind. He's pretty beat up from the front. I could get a rear arc on him. I'm worried about opening up myself to the Griffin down here. But that's so juicy. Also, it's real close, so we're gonna flip to the SRMs. There we go. Let's do this.
Copy that.
I don't think we'll have a heat issue with just the SRM. Yeah.
Engaging target.
God, just can't kill this guy. He has 2 missiles worth of, or 1 missile's worth. I don't know. He's not got much health in the rear CT. All right, Showboat.
Good to go.
Do me a favor and do not be in line of sight of that guy. Just don't be in line of sight of that guy, please. How about that? That might even be not cautious enough. Let's do this.
Double time.
Get over the hill. Disappear. That's what I like to see. We're going to make that Griffin work for it.
Yep.
Huh. Did the commando just pass? Have we officially confused it enough that it doesn't know what to do with itself? Alright, so melee actually seems like a pretty attractive option for this go. I want to hit him from right there, so...
Affirmative.
Bleed some heat. Wreck a mech. Get some damage in. We've got our back turned towards the Griffin, which is not ideal. But we do have... I think we have cover. I'm hoping I have cover. Oh, that's cute. Right-click on the portrait, and you get their readout. Did not know. Learning something new every day. All right, so ozone. Where do we have to be to get in line of sight of this turkey? I don't care. I really don't want to be in line of sight of this turkey quite yet. I just want to turn around and reposition.
10-4.
And hunker down. Why not?
Good to go.
Showboat. Can we exploit this guy's position? I'm afraid if I go here, it's only his left arc, and then he turns and he starts firing on her. So I'm actually going to take one more turn of just
Affirmative.
baiting and kiting him. And let's see what he decides to do. He's going to back up. Yep. Alright. He wants to try and get face on with my mech. Let's see.
Waiting for orders.
Ozone.
Affirmative.
We're just going to do that.
Commander?
Showboat, we're going to try and have him... We're going to try and bait this guy. I want to bait him up the hill. So let's go down in the far end of the gorge here. See what he does. Oh. Oh, he sprinted. That's cool. I can sprint too.
Waiting for orders.
Oh.
Right, Commander. Orders.
Do we have line of sight from there? We do have a line of sight from there. It's evasion, which is not great, but we've got heat scale. It's not a great chance to hit either, so chance this misses is 30%. Let's see, 0.3 times 0.5 is 0.15. 1 minus 0.15, so it's like... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think these odds are great, but we're going to fire anyway. Because sometimes you just land a hit. That's right. It's a leg hit, but that's fine. Did we bait him out of position? Maybe a little bit. Alright. So here's what we're going to do. Ozone's going to continue to rain fire on this guy. I like it. I like how this is shaping up. Keep giving this guy something to think about. Ooh, right to the torso. And then I'm actually going to reserve Showboat in the hopes that this guy is just going to run up the hill. He probably not. That would be too much good luck, right? That would be too much good luck. Yeah, of course not. Is he going to move in for melee attack? No, the camera didn't pan in.
I'm taking a pounding, Commander.
Yeah, so much for evasion. Alright.
Good to go.
That's fine, because now we have all the rear arc in the world to work with.
Got it.
Because you... Fatal mistake against light mechs, you don't let them get behind you.
Warriors, it's go time.
Don't get close, because then they can get behind you, and then they can do stupid things like this.
Target
Oh, I shut off 2 of my lasers, though. Ah. Ah. What a waste.
Waiting for orders.
What a waste. We don't actually want to move all that much. He's going to get to move. Could probably stand to move a little bit. Is that really reversing? Holy crap. Yeah, let's go to there. I'm giving up my cover, but I'm hoping to open up the gap on this guy so he can't come crashing down on me.
Commencing Alpha strike.
Look at her. Look at her working this guy. Alright, Ozone. Need you to chime in on the facts of the matter. Let's turn this SRM on now. Let's not have a another showboat brain dead moment. A couple snuck through, and we got him done.
Complete.
We got him down. We got him dead. All right, so that was fruitful. We explored the back 40 of the stacks, where we found a big deep river. We found a lot of rolling hills, some gorges, some valleys, some very tall mountains along the sides, a fair bit of trees and forest cover. And in that back 40, we found victory. We found victory. I'm going to give MVP to Showboat today for making that hella long jump and then coming up behind their team. That I was honestly surprised the AI let me do that. 23 rounds, 47 minutes. A good match today. A good palate cleanser. We saw some more terrain. We blew up some enemies. We didn't suffer a gross and, demoralizing defeat, which is always appreciated. The enemy team kind of got wrecked, mostly pretty much from behind. Wow, pretty much from behind, it looks like. So yeah, that's today's BattleTech in the morning. I am Captain Nips, signing off for now. I will see all of you tomorrow.